Hello, this is my channel, New You. Thank you for joining me. My name is Kathleen, and what I want to talk to you today about is thinking responsibly. So you'll see hashtag think responsible. And so basically, that's what we'll be talking about. Just setting the base or the basics, wanting you to understand that your thoughts in the first box become behaviors. Your behaviors are going to yield a result. I know a lot of times people say that you don't need to tell the person what they're doing because everyone knows when they are doing something wrong. I disagree with that. The reason I disagree with that is because at any point in time in life, your mind can be changed. At any point in time in life, your mind, the way you think, can be changed, it can be altered. And so, messages are they have an impact. So, a person can know that they are not supposed to be doing a certain thing, but sometimes if a person kind of warns them or lets them know that their behavior is going to be counterproductive, sometimes it just makes people aware. And sometimes people really don't know that what they're doing is detrimental or that it's the wrong thing. A lot of people believe because a lot of things are accepted in society that they're okay when really they're not okay. So I want us to start thinking about long-term, short-term, long-term effects, and I really can't go into all of that. But really just the basis of just thinking. So think about everything that you think about. Think about everything that you think about and understand that thoughts, whatever you think about, good or bad, okay? So you know how they have the devil on one shoulder as bad. Like I can draw a devil. I can't draw it all. So that's my whatever. And then you have good on the other shoulder. And a lot of people say, that's your angel. So I'll do some wings. That's pretty cool. Give you a little angel head here. That look like a ghost. But anyway, you have your good and you have your bad. Now, whatever you think about, if you're thinking about bad, it's going to yield a behavior. If you're thinking about something good, it's going to yield a behavior. So whatever you think about, and the Bible says, as a man thinketh, so is he. That's true because whatever you think about is what you're going to do. And so whatever your thoughts are, your behaviors are going to follow. It's that simple. There's no magic to your action. None at all. None. There's no magic to it. There's no surprise to your action. No one has ever did anything and was surprised by it. Now, if a car was like falling on a baby and somehow miraculously you had enough strength to toss the car off the kid, okay, that's surprising. But you thought about that, but it's not like you were sitting at home going, if I ever see a child getting ready to get squished by a car, I'm gonna toss, So that type of thought is just spontaneous. But we're talking about the things that you actually sit and you think about, and you dwell on, and you ponder, and you wonder, and you scheme, and you plot, and you plan. Those thoughts. So understand that no action, absolutely no action that you do is a surprise. It's not. So what do we need to do? We need to understand that we all have a mind. If you go back and watch my other videos that I have on New You, I'm trying to think of the title of them. I think it's called Angry Men. At the beginning of that video, the first one, I think I talk about the brain versus the mind. Really good video. Go back and watch it. Your mind. Everyone has a mind. So how is your brain different from your mind? Your brain is an organ. Just like your heart is an organ. It has a specific function. Your heart pumps blood. Your brain, okay, is where you have thoughts, emotions, it stores memories. Your brain, I do the comparison in that video that your brain is like a computer. Whatever you put into it, okay? So your brain is just a machine. Just like a computer is just a machine. You can buy a computer if it has no software or anything downloaded into it, it's just going to sit there. And you can turn it on and it's not going to be able to function, not going to be able to do anything. So your brain is just an organ in your head. It's smushy, it's gray, they say. I've never seen a live one, but they say that. So what's different in your brain and in your mind? Your mind is what you control, which is your thoughts. Okay? Whatever you want to think about, you can put it in your mind. Okay? You can store it in your mind. Whatever you don't want to think about, then you can kick it out or filter it and not even allow it to come into your line of thinking, if you will. Go back and watch that video. It's real good. I got like all these little diagrams and it'll really help you understand it. But each person has a mind. You can literally think about whatever you want to think about. You have that much control. Like you can think about going to school and you'll figure out a way to go to school. You can think about being successful, you'll find out a way to be successful. You can think about robbing somebody, you'll figure out a way to rob somebody. You can think about having sex, and you'll figure out a way to get to a place where you'll have privacy with the person who you want to have sex with and have sex. There are no surprises. Whatever you think about, a behavior is going to follow. There's no surprises at all. None whatsoever. Nobody just got out of the car one day and said, I'm going to rob a bank. No, it doesn't happen like that. So you have to be in control right here in your thoughts. Because whatever you think about, your behavior is going to follow. And by the way, this is called mapping. This is the diagram, this setup right here with the boxes is called what they call mapping. So basically mapping shows you pretty much with 100% accuracy what's going to be the result as you move from one thing to the next. Okay, so thoughts 100% gonna yield behavior. No, nothing can change this. Nothing at all can change that. I promise you, there's no surprises. There are absolutely no surprises. Nobody wakes up in the morning and spontaneously does anything that they haven't thought about. Okay? It's not going to happen. So, thoughts produce behavior. So, your behavior let me know what you were thinking about. That's why it's almost impossible for someone to go to court and be like, why'd you steal the money? I don't know. I just woke up and said, I'm going to steal some money. And they have a court system because basically they're just judging your thoughts. What were you thinking? You know? What were you thinking when you went into the bank with a gun or a note or that ski cap over your face or a wig and a hat? What made you behave that way? And you can say, I was hungry, I was desperate, I was whatever, but those are all thoughts that yield a behavior. Are you following me? So, your control is right here. It's in your thoughts. You have thoughts, you have behaviors, it's going to yield what? A result. Okay? So, thoughts, behavior, result. There is nothing that can change that. Nothing at all can change that. Since you know that now, You know this. Well, how do you know that? I just told you this. I just educated you. Since you know that your thoughts will make you behave, you're going to have a behavior associated with whatever you're thinking about, and it's going to yield a result. I want us to take the approach of setting goals for ourselves. Okay? So since you know thoughts are going to yield a behavior, which is going to give you a result, now let's focus on what are our goals in life. We're going to use the same mapping system that has 100% proven result. This is what's going to happen. Okay, this is called mapping. I already went over that. So let's change this. Broke a rule right there. Focus. So if we focus on what we truly want out of life, if we focus on the result, this is what I want. So I want to be educated. I want to be successful. I want to be a good wife. I want to be a good child. I want to be a good student. Whatever your focus is, I just want to be a good human being. I want to excel at work. I want to be a manager one day. Whatever you want to do in life. I want to be a better mother, pastor, whatever. Take this, and now we're going to take it back to our beginning right here. So now that we know how this works, I want you to put in this box now. My goal right now is to be successful as an entrepreneur. And guess what? We are absolutely not going to have any bad thoughts about ourselves. So that's the first thing we're going to learn how to control. It's your mind, okay? You can think whatever you want to think. Whatever you want to throw out, you can throw it out. Because it's your mind. So you have complete control. Say that with me. I have complete control. See, some of us don't believe that. But you absolutely have complete control over your thoughts. If you're thinking that you're a terrible person, that you're whatever you think about yourself, you're not effective, you'll never be good enough, you'll never succeed, you're depressed, whatever you're thinking, you are in complete control. You can filter. You don't have to accept anything. You don't have to accept anything. You don't have to accept what your mama say if she's saying something terrible now. I love my mom. So you don't have to accept what anyone says about you, okay? You don't have to accept what society says about you. You don't have to accept what your daddy say about you, your uncle, your grandma, the people at work, okay? You don't have to accept that. You'll never be a CEO. You will never be a principal. You will never be a leader in your community. You'll never be a husband or wife. Why? You don't have to accept any of that. Anything negative, anything ungodly, anything, you don't have to accept it. Okay? So let's put this in place. My focus right now is being a successful entrepreneur. And I'm gonna try everything that I want to try. So yeah, like keep up with me. So what I'm focused on right now is completing my education. Okay, so education is one of the things that I'm focused on, and entrepreneurship. I hope I spelled that word correctly. So whatever you're focused on, making it through the school year, making it through 7th grade, being more successful in your business, being on time, just whatever you're focused on, put it in that box. Give you some time to put it in that box. Now, whenever you're determined to make a change in your life, you have to do one thing, and that's called planning. And planning comes with the territory of thought. Because whenever you're thinking something, you have to plan it, you have to visualize it. I don't need numbers. And I'm sorry I'm using such bad examples, but I am, because I'm really reaching out to Black society, trying to catch some of these young people. You know how you you know how you think about, how you gonna rob somebody. I use this little remote control. I'm sorry, y'all, but I'm doing this for the young people mostly, because some of them are so caught up in trying to be thugs and trying to be hard and trying to be in a gang and all this crazy stuff. So you know what you think about. Oh, I don't even have the right stuff in here to really play it out, but I think I can get it done, because I'm very spontaneous. So, you're thinking about robbing somebody. So what's the first thing you practice at home? You practice your stand. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna hold a pistol? Drop it off, nigga. Whatever you gonna say. Ooh, bad word, sorry. But I'm telling you the truth, though. You plan. You begin to visualize it. I'm gonna put a scarf around my face. I'm gonna have a hat on, pull down, or a cap. I'm gonna have a hoodie on. You start to visualize. You start to plan. You can do the same thing. If you're planning on, going back to school, being an entrepreneur, being successful, being a better person, plan it, visualize it, see yourself doing that thing, okay? And do that. And guess what's going to happen? Your behavior is going to model what you're thinking. This is 100 proof. There are absolutely no surprises when it comes to thinking. Behavior is always paired with thought, okay? So this is your thought box. Behavior is always paired with thought. Always. This is 100%. It's mapping. It never fails. Visualize it. Your behaviors are going to modify or exemplify what you think about. So you're planning, you're visualizing, so what you're going to do? Someone who is planning on being an entrepreneur is not going to jail. Someone who's planning on being successful, okay, and having an educational background is not going to be out at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning every night. You're going to be at home studying. You're going to be preparing to purchase books. You're going to be online trying to complete a FAFSA. See, your behaviors are going to change. You're going to start thinking about your future and what it takes to accomplish what you're thinking. So your behaviors change. When your behaviors change, in my case, I'm thinking about education, entrepreneurship. I'm planning, I'm visualizing. So what do? I take time. I take the time, or calculate the time that it's going to take me to achieve milestones. What are milestones? Milestones are the little steps that you take to get to where you're going. So, in case of, if you're thinking about going to school, what's your first milestone? Completing a FAFSA. That's required. I don't care how much money you have to complete a FAFSA. So, complete your FAFSA online, okay? You're going to go out there. You got to look for schools, because you have to know which school. That's the first thing. You got to know which school you want to attend before you complete your FAFSA, because you have to list that school on your FAFSA. They're going to ask you for the code for that school. So you'll start looking for that. If you want to own a restaurant, you've got to start thinking about how much is it going to cost me to open this restaurant. If you want to open up a food truck, you are going to start thinking about, how do I get a food truck? What's the permit? What's the requirements? What's the location I can serve people in? And you're going to start, see? You following me? You're going to start following this pattern that has a guaranteed 100% accuracy. It's got the 100% guaranteed result. And so your behavior it's going to get you to a result. Now, maybe you were thinking you want a food truck, and then you plan and you had your strategies together, and you haven't quite got the food truck, but on Saturday mornings you're selling cookies or sandwiches, or you're making hot wings or whatever you're doing. So you're starting to see a little bit of result. You have people sampling your food. So, you haven't made it to your complete goal yet, whatever your goal was, but you're still thinking, behaving, result. Thinking, behavior, result. If you keep this pattern going, eventually this will turn into complete success. And it's all because you took control of your mind, you controlled your mind, okay? And you set goals, you were focused. It all ties in together. All ties in together. I just wanted to show you that. I wanted you to see how easy it is. It's weird. It's funny. People think it's complicated, but this is how easy it is to transform your life. Thinking, behavior, result. It's 100%. It's 100% effective. It's 100% accurate. Okay? Now, if life happens, and life will happen, sometimes you have to modify this. Sometimes you have to adjust it. Sometimes you have to tweak it. Okay? But for the most part, I'm on my way to entrepreneurial success, on my way to completing my bachelor's degree. I've had some setbacks. I've had some disappointments. I've had like the rug pulled from under me when I thought I had something that I didn't have. But I'm still following this pattern. I'm still focused on my education, entrepreneurship. My behavior follows that, and I'm getting results. I'm on my way to my goal. I'm focused. So I'm in the promised land. I don't have the full promise yet. So think responsibly. Okay? Follow this pattern every day of your life. Don't get distracted from it. Understand that your thoughts will cause a behavior, and it will yield a result. So what you want to do is take control. You can do it. 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 I promise you can do it. You can do it. And I'll share this with you. The most ridiculous thing I've ever done in my life, it was a school right around the corner from me. But I'll just tell you this. It was silly. Howbeit, it was a great experience because I get to tell it to you now. So I was going to school. I lived in Arkansas. Okay, and I was going to school in Memphis, Tennessee, and I was going to school for massage therapy. And I haven't practiced since I graduated for different reasons. Hey, things got changed. I had to tweak some things. Things changed, but I'm still focused on education, entrepreneurship, and success. So this is one of those cases. I was going to school. My car died on me. I didn't have a car, and I needed transportation. When I tell you I literally had like 5 rides to work, I caught a ride from my hometown, little small town, Earl, Arkansas. Caught a ride from Earl, Arkansas, 22 miles, I think it was, or 17 miles, to West Memphis or Marion, Arkansas. Caught a ride. And look, I planned all of this. Like, my mind was so focused on getting to school, I literally made it happen. You don't understand the power. Your mind will take you some places. So I literally planned. Okay? So I had one person. This is ridiculous. But it's the power of telling you can do whatever you want to do. So I literally planned to have someone. So that's 17 miles or 22 miles from Earl to Marion. From Marion to Memphis, I had someone pick me up in Marion. And they took me to Memphis. Oh, this is so crazy. But I want you to know, whatever you're thinking about, you can do it. So I had someone pick me up in Marion, take me to Memphis. Memphis is like another 15 miles, but the school was probably about 27 miles from Marion. 27, 30 miles, I'm thinking, because it was like way out there, past what area was that? It's not Whitehaven. Oh, it's coming to my mind. I can't think of it. Me, oh, I'll get it in a moment. But way out past Millington or somewhere like that. So way out to Millington, okay? Google it. I promise you I'm not lying. So from Earl to Marion, from Marion to Millington, to High Tech Institute is where I went for massage therapy. So High Tech Institute. So then when I got to Memphis to school, after school I had a job at FedEx. So someone from school took me to FedEx every day. I know it's ridiculous, but my mind, I couldn't be stopped. So I went to FedEx every day after work, after school I went to FedEx. And then guess what? I got a ride from somebody at FedEx back across the bridge to Marion. That's hilarious. That is so, every time I think about it, I'm like, oh, Captain, you just did too much. But my mind, I wanted to finish. I was close to finishing, although I had like months. Even the people at school were like, quit, just quit, don't even finish, like, try another time. But in my mind, I said, I just want to do it. And I did it. So I got a ride from there to Marion. And from Marion, I didn't have the same ride that I had going to Memphis coming back. This was 5 different people escorting me around. So from Marion, someone else took me back home to Earl. You shame, ain't it? Or you shame for me? I'm telling you that your thoughts will come behaviors, and your behaviors will yield a result. Okay? Now, I don't even want to prove it to you, but I'm going to prove it to you. Just hold on a second. Look at the board. Oh, this is killing me. This is funny. Whew. So, I'm back. These are my achievements. All kinds of... I just framed these, by the way. And this is just some of them. I have like minister's license. These are all from school though. And I just framed them. Sometimes you just gotta know. You have to look back over your life and know that you have done something great. And you have to feel good about yourself, you know? So, and I'm telling you, I'm ashamed, y'all. This is the school I went to. Okay? And I just ran down my stairs and back up to get this. I'm not lying to you. 5 people. It's ridiculous, I know. And I have some other license. Like I said, I have a minister's license. I was on the pastoral staff for a long time. A youth leader, all that good stuff. Oh, wow. And I'm excited because I'm so close. Well, I need to finish my bachelor's degree. I'm excited about that. And, oh, so many things I'm just going to achieve in life. I'm super excited. And so I have products like this. You're going to see it on the shelf at Walmart. That's like a prophecy. The Stop It Stick. Get you one. Go online, www.thestopitstick.com, and purchase you a Stop It Stick. Okay, so I wrote my first book. This is not the first book I wrote. This is actually the last book I wrote, and I published it first because it was important to me. It's called The Body Book, a lesson about Respect is a learned behavior, a lesson about inappropriate touch, preventing child sexual abuse. And I have other books coming out, but this is one right now. So I'm telling you, there is absolutely nothing can hold you back. Nothing can stop you, okay? And I want to pray for you right now. If you're not religious or whatever, then you can turn away. That's up to you. Doesn't bother me any. I'm just being me. So I want to pray for you that, Father, in the name of Jesus, I'm kind of touching and agreeing with you that whatever you want to achieve in life, I pray that it will be birthed, that it will be put into your spirit right now so it can be birthed in the future. And I pray that your mind would be changed and align with what's right, accurate, proper, so you can be successful in life. In whatever other area you want to be successful in, know that you can achieve greatness. Know that you can succeed. Know that nothing can hold you back, because your mind I promise you, it's the best computer in the world. It will figure it out. And God has put everything in you. He said we have this treasure in an earthen vessel, that the excellency of God, okay, the excellency of God might be in us. You understand? And I hope I quoted that scripture right. Look it up, Google it. So it's in you to achieve, okay? It's in you. So take that mind, turn it on to be productive. That's my prayer for you. I'm hoping you got all this. I wouldn't intend to go that long. I always do that, don't I? Anyway, I'm Kathy. Thanks for tuning in to my channel. New You. It's going to be a new you. Have a good one. Bye.